Before you rip into me, hear me out. Okay, so what I have here is the Canon RF 50mm f1.8 STM made specifically for the Canon R series of mirrorless cameras. I picked this up about a week or so ago and I've been really quite excited to get it because I'm just interested in expanding the range of lenses I can use on my EOS R, which I'm filming on now. But as of today, I'm really disappointed with the results that come out through this lens. Now, of course, you might say that if I was to buy the cheapest lens in the lineup, then I can expect not to get the best results. But all the same, camera gear is expensive and we do shell over quite a bit of money for the items that we buy. And the Canon RF 50mm f1.8 STM, although it is only $420 here in New Zealand, that's still $420 that I could potentially have put towards a lens and I get much better results. Okay, so that being said, what's the problem with this lens? Well, there's a couple of things. First of all, there's a very strong vignette. Now, you can correct it in editing, but it's almost like you can't do it without getting a loss of contrast or some other exposure variance towards the corners. It makes it really, really difficult to process each and every photo. So particularly for things like wide shots or landscapes, if you're using this lens, there is going to be a strong vignette that you may not always be able to correct. The second thing that I've noticed, which disappoints me, is the distortion. Now, once again, you can correct it, but it's an extra step in your workflow and you can't always correct distortion quite as well as you might hope you can. And there's always some sort of lingering effect from it. Of course, I could have bought the 50mm f1.2, but I don't have $4.5 grand on me at the moment. It's almost 10 times the price of this lens, but naturally I would be able to expect and probably receive better results. In terms of the lens I'm filming on now, which is the RF 35mm f1.8 IS STM, it's just a much better lens. There's almost no vignette and the distortion is non-existent, and not only that, you get a fairly similar focal length to the 50mm, if just a little bit wider. The fact that the 35mm also has the macro function means that its minimum focusing distance is 17 centimeters away from the sensor. As to the RF 50mm, that still sits at 30 centimeters. So the fact that the 35mm can focus 13 centimeters closer than the 50mm can, you can actually get the same frame out of the 35mm than you can with the 50mm. Now, of course, the 35mm is more than twice as expensive, but it's not really twice as expensive if you would invest the money you'd put into the 50mm into the 35mm. I don't know if that makes sense, but you get what I'm saying here. The money I spent on this for getting the disappointing results, I could have invested into another lens. I would have much preferred now, knowing the results I get out of the 50mm, to hold back that money and invest it into the RF 85mm f2 IS STM macro. That's going to be an awesome lens. That's next on the list. But first, I got to save up some more money. Look, I'm really not complaining for the sake of complaining or for any other reason other than to let you know that if you are going to be buying the RF 50mm, you can't expect great results. And to be honest, I didn't expect exceptional results, but I certainly expected to get results better than that which I'm getting. Now, you will have seen in the photographs I've been showing so far the vignette and also the distortion, but not only those two things, the lens does suffer from flaring, which you can see in this image here. And again, that's quite disappointing because unless you're after that effect, it actually makes the image unusable for you. Anyway, that's all. Take it easy on me. As I say, I'm not complaining for the sake of complaining. I'm just dropping in to let you know about the results I'm getting so far out of the RF 50mm. I'm still going to work with it, I'm still going to use it, I'm going to keep it. I think it's going to be great for subject photography or product photography or for anything you're looking for tight photographs. Whenever you look to the landscape or trying to use it for wide shots, you are going to get vignetting, you are going to get distortion. It's going to make it very difficult to process. It's going to increase your workflow. It's going to make it really tricky to create images like panoramas. I'm just dropping in to let you know you get what you pay for. Oh well, lesson learned. I'll know for next time to check out more videos like the one I'm making now for you and see what happens then. Thanks a lot for watching and we'll catch you next time. Bye.